Hi, I'm Explosion789, and did you know that the 10.8 patch notes just dropped? I got my boy Eulogiess and myself to go over it. So strap yourselves in, because here we go! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel here, Explosion789. I'm joined with my good friend, you guys know him, Sam. Eulogiess, how you doing today?
Bro, I'm doing good. How are you, Nick?
I'm chilling. You just told me that the patch notes dropped. They dropped like 5 hours ago. I'm really late to the party here, but we wanted to get a live reaction to these patch notes. I mean, Sam already peeked through them, said there's some pretty big changes coming along to them, but I got the green screen now, so now hopefully the videos are gonna get a little up in quality here. But here we are. Apparently, Avatar: The Last Airbender, they're back with more skins. Feel free to chime in whenever you see fit here, Sam.
I like the last Avatar skins they came out with. You know what I'm saying? Over time, they came out with Azula, then freaking what
Iroh,
was it? Iroh.
Uncle
Yeah, I
Iroh.
like the skins.
I
I
think they
hope they
did a
do
great job.
more. I hope they do more stuff like this in the future with other Nickelodeon shows and stuff like that too. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think that'd be crazy. Look at this Toph Scylla. We always were like, once you open that can of worms, everyone's like, oh, I want Katara, I don't want Korra. You know, a lot of people hate the Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I never wanted to see it, so.
People were saying they want a Toph's Hercules skin. It was like an Earthbender,
Right,
something like
yeah,
that.
that's true. I mean, Toph's a girl, though. That's the only thing, so, I mean.
Yeah.
Toph Scylla, though, in Fire Nation Toph. Okay. It's kind of dope, honestly. I mean, I wonder if the abilities are going to look different. I don't know if you've seen that already, Sam.
I have not.
Avatar Roku Yu Huang. I mean, I think that's pretty epic, actually. What a perfect god for that. Then we have Fungal Fury Danzabura. I mean, that looks crazy. And then what is this? Splitting Nightmare Agni. Oh, great, another
Another
Agni skin.
Accept the Agni.
Breathe deep. Apologize for the nasalness right now in my voice. I don't know. I just feel very stuffy right now. Quality of life updated to Jungle Practice Q art. Okay. Added
Good.
Marty Chorus's avatar. Cool. So now Jungle Practice looks different, I guess. Or like when you click on it, that's cool. Bug fixes, UI. I don't think I really need to go over that. What do you think, Sam? I mean, unless there's any bug that you knew about that is breaking the game. What do you think?
In the game modes, I didn't even know about if you know about this or not, but the phoenixes could be damaged before the tier ones were destroyed. Did you know about that?
I did not know about that.
I seen it on Reddit or something like that, and I thought it was pretty freaking hilarious.
This probably was a challenge, wasn't there? Where it's like take the
Yeah.
Phoenix. So if you took the Phoenix, what happened? Just couldn't
Good
damage the Titan,
question.
though, right? Good question.
Wait, is it a content idea? When the new patch comes out,
Yeah,
take the
before the new
phoenix.
patch comes out, kill the Phoenix before and see what happens. See
Yeah,
if you can win the game.
yeah,
Backdoor him.
that's
What
freaking
a comp you'd
hilarious.
need for that? Probably throw something
Hair,
together.
I can't. Chronos, Zanami maybe.
Izanami, X-Ball. Balance
Yeah.
Live, game modes. Soul Surges have been removed from all game modes. Wow. Okay.
See, I've seen a lot of talk with that, and obviously we've talked about it a lot in our group.
Yes.
The spirit minions are freaking annoying. Like they stop your back,
Yep.
and
Tower targets him. Titan
I
targets
mean,
him.
personally, I'd prefer just the spirit minions to get removed, not the soul surges entirely, because I feel like the 50% respawn time reduction was kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean it was kind of cool, but it was like you couldn't really, unless you were like going into a fight knowing that that's what you wanted to do, like get a pick and then if you die, you'll all come back. But like
Yeah,
I to be honest, when it first came out, I had no idea that that was even a thing, and I thought it was the most pointless thing they added to the game in a long time until that, and that was of course game changing and I'd argue game breaking. Um, What do you have here? Conquest. The Stygian Beacon cooldown decreased from 6 minutes to 5 minutes. Unleashed Titans. Stat changes. Okay, looks like they're making it more beefy, right? They want it to actually be more of like a
yeah.
Titan. I agree with that change, honestly. I would actually make it even crazier. I'd probably put it like 10k health. Maybe that's ridiculous, but like I want it to be like something crazy, but I haven't played
I
comp, so
I think maybe 8,000 enough. I think 10,000 would be a little overdoing it,
little
maybe.
overdoing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those things are they will melt you, honestly, and it's like
Really, they destroy
not
you.
to mention while they're on your Phoenix or tower, it's just kind of like
It's
it's
done
gonna
so.
be yeah.
Fixing array and then the Stygian beacon. I mean, I don't know if that's how you say it, the Stygian beacon. But I mean, 6 minutes to 5 minutes, I guess. I mean, outside of comp, people really don't prioritize it in ranked as much as they should, I feel. I mean, I think the buffs are really good, especially for, late game swings. I don't know. Underworld Arena. So what is this? The Return of the Cataclysmic Underworld?
Oh, well, that fiery twist.
The Fiery Twist. Pyroclast Boulders. To the spawn offset. Fire Giant. 8 minutes of. Wow. Quickly, Pyroclast Boulders. Okay, so there's a Fire Giant in Arena. That could actually be pretty fun.
I did see like a preview of it like before the patch notes came out today. It was they showed a little hint at it on Twitter, and there's like fireballs getting launched and stunning people like in a short clip, but it looked pretty interesting.
There's a bonus round. Players can purchase items during this the phase change. Lava Ring is the small arena. Okay. Cool.
I mean,
Joust.
that's pretty good for arena. It's pretty
Yeah,
fun
no,
for me to
I
play.
definitely think that Arena needs something like this all the time going. God, I'm so stuffy. Joust. Starter items provide additional. Re-added all starter items and upgrades except for Sentinel's Gift, Benevolence, Warflag.
So
Banned
basically,
Emperor's Armor from this mode. Wow. What do you think about this, Sam?
the starter item changes for Guardians were needed because you obviously stuff like the benevolence and what was it called, heroism, that
Yes.
was getting kind of abused gold wise and XP wise. Sentinel's gift upgrades. I mean, it made tanks pretty broken, and
Well,
tanks are pretty
tanks are
insane right
already
now.
broken right
Yeah,
now, so
I mean, if the Guardian items, like the starter items for Guardians, are still here, like not here anymore, then we still have the Warrior items, which one of those Warrior items meaning Animosity's Axe. Keep that in mind. We don't see anything about Animosity's Axe getting mentioned here, but
and then to just ban Emperor's Armor from this mode, I mean,
yeah,
we know how obnoxious Emperor's Armor was a short time ago, and then they nerfed it, and it's definitely still impactful, but it's not like you need to build it every time. But there's because of
yeah.
that now, it's such a clear advantage over people
Well,
who don't.
I think Hi-Rez is starting to learn that double tanks are really prevalent in this meta,
Yeah,
and they've always been really good. Double tank meta has, whether you're running two Guardians, two Warriors, or a Warrior or a Guardian.
yeah,
It's you're gonna dive, and basically the Emperor's armor is gonna help that double tank comp out a lot.
yeah.
And
And with
whoever
sieging
builds,
too to make up for that lack of damage, they can just sit in
yeah,
the bird.
it's basically whoever gets a double, like I'm saying, whoever gets Emperor's armor on first, kinda.
Huge
It,
advantage.
yeah, and basically it causes the other team to build Emp's armor, which wastes an IM spot. Going back to the starter item thing though, like I said, I the Warriors axe I think is gonna be built a lot here.
Yeah,
Sundering axe and Animosity's axe. Obviously, Animosity's axe. I feel like Gods at Gilgamesh and you know what I'm saying, auto attack based warriors might come and do stuff, or just everyone's gonna probably build either one because both items are I think are gonna be good. What do you think?
yeah. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm just like,
Not to
look.
mention, dude, they just freaking buffed Berserker Shield. If you scroll down, that's the funny part.
Don't spoil it, Sam. Don't spoil it. Lodo's Mask buff. Overall prots required 250 to 225. Spartan Flag buff. Increased GP5. Attack speed. Okay. Some buffs. Cool. Berserkers here is what Sam's talking about. Increased health threshold from 50 to 60. Decreased cost from 24 to 23. So I feel like this is going to be more of a dual item and solo lane item rather than Joust. I mean, I can definitely see with items like this being more popular, you can definitely see Bologna start to enter the meta again. Amaterasu, Erlong Shen, even Hunters really at this point. Honestly, it might be tempting to go this even in some cases over like a breastplate. I don't know, but maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Shoguns is already really strong. I think. Sam, what do you think? It's like stupidly strong, and then they're gonna do this to it. Like that's crazy.
I mean, yeah, for dual and solo lane warriors, I think Gilgamesh is gonna come back into the meta strong.
Yeah. Oh, I meant like shoguns.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, like items like that are on good like on gods like Gilgamesh and
Yeah.
except Bellona. I don't know about Erlong. Erlong, I feel like still needs a rework.
Just like for like tanks though too. Like I meant
Yeah.
like 30% attack speed. You get cooldown. You get protection. Great amount of protections actually. You get mana regen and all that crap. So
Yeah.
it's cheap.
With the Berserker shield buff, I still think I'd build. Well, this is obviously for basic attack warriors and such, but I think Glad Shield is always still going to be more better.
Excuse me. Underutilized healing items. Honestly, since they were introduced, I mean, I've read them. I know what they do, but I have never felt compelled, even on a healer, to build, one of these items.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, maybe unless it was, like, specific and I was just trying it out, but, like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, mainly you see the healers build Asclepius,
Yeah. Or
but
maybe Last Gasp, or whatever it's called.
yeah, gods like Ra maybe would build Last Gasp, the purple one.
Yeah.
I've seen that hardly be built too, but I still think it's a good item. I think the increased healing per stack from 6 to 10%, that's like 4 whole %. That's huge, kinda.
That is definitely, and then, was it Sekhmet's Scepter? Sekhmet's Scepter. I love saying this when I have a stuffy nose. Christ.
Shemet or whatever.
Shemet. Shemit.
Uh, Scepter still looks like it needs some touches. I don't think it be good to be built still, but
I think the
increased
items are
cooldown
too
benefit.
expensive for what they do. I think they were really trying to be cautious where they're like, we just are introducing these items. There's a lot of them. Healing's the same.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can really increase or decrease your healing. So, like, we want to make sure it's expensive. We don't want to make them too impactful, but they've kind of fallen into the realm of underutilized is a soft way of putting it. Just garbage, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Physical ability, Brawler's got a price decrease. That's fine. I feel like it used to be 2,400. I think they nerfed it not too long ago.
Yeah. I think that's good.
I think
It's
that's good
anti-heal.
too. Get anti-heal online. Plus, it's just a really solid item. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what the stats are now, but it used to be 50 power, and so tier for tier, it's probably nerfed accordingly. Still really good power, good pen, good passive, or anti-heal. The passive's kind of trash. Heartseeker buff. Okay, they wanted people to hit the cap now that they've reduced power.
I think this Heartseeker buff's kind of huge. Heartseeker, I felt like, has been kind of neglected since they nerfed a lot of the items at the beginning of the Season of Souls update.
Yeah.
Mainly you see assassins and such build like Serrated Edge, and Bloodforge has good power as well. Just I don't know. I feel like I've hardly seen Heartseeker.
Yeah, I mean, partially for this. I mean, look at this. You had to be at 300 physical power just to fully capitalize on. And they've nerfed the health percentages. It went from like 3% to 6% now, down to like 2% to 4%.
Yeah.
It's
I think
rough.
this is going to be huge, and a lot of people are going to freaking build Heartseeker now in their assassin builds and such, and like in the jungle.
And then some power hunters could potentially come back because the cost to enter is now cheapened by at least 200 gold. Because if you're building Heartseeker on like certain power, characters, you're gonna definitely probably pick up a Brawlers, and you probably definitely pick up a Crusher buff, especially now that they increase the attack speed 15% to 20%.
I think we might see a hunter meta with the builds of Crusher being built. What do you think?
I think gods like Uller are definitely gonna come into play here now, especially because he got that buff on his switch stances. That's made him like a total sleeper god. But now that the items are shifting more towards his favor, he's gonna definitely pick up some play here.
Yeah, and your Neef pick and Chiron as well.
Neith, Chiron, yes. Bancroft's Talon, increased magical power.
From 70 to 80.
I don't know
Another
about
book
the
of Thuff
Bancroft's buff. I mean, I like that they're buffing Bancroft specifically. I don't like when I kind of scroll down here and I'm seeing this how they're buffing Rod, they're buffing. I mean, Book needed something
Yeah.
because it's completely useless. But
Uh,
other than Book, it's like if the whole they're kind of doing what they did back in patch 9.5 of last year, where it's like they're starting to creep back up to where they are. It's like if you're gonna nerf power, just take the items that are overperforming, like you were with the percentage based, and then just nerf the other ones. You know, take the overperforming or the items that people are building constantly and just nerf them. Because now it's like we're kind of moving in this direction where they're going to start snowballing and then buffing all these other items. Because now people are going to build building Rod, people are going to be building Bancrofts, and it's just going to keep snowballing. I mean, what do you think about
yeah.
that, Sam?
I mean, E-Staff got hit a little bit because E-Staff was a big part of the meta throughout the last few patches, and that was a big mage item for mages. Uh, I don't, like I said, I don't know about the Bancroft's buff, but I think Book really needed the buff. I feel
Yeah,
like Rod of Tahuti honestly changes a lot from like patch to patch across patches because like you see like they take away the power and then they add it back.
yeah,
Take it.
always.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just such a all or nothing item. It's like the go-to. You need it in every mage build, or it's just kind of like don't build
Yeah.
it.
I mean, a lot of builds with mages these days, like you don't even hardly see Rod. I mean, you still build Rod
Yeah,
in one of your builds, but like some builds don't even have Rod. I'm saying like I've seen people build Rod normally because the percent pin on it,
yeah.
which that's good. The magical power is insane on it. Where you don't get much
The
magical power.
passive's all right, you know.
Yeah. From where you don't get much magical power these days, the magical power is good on it too. And obviously the MP5 and such. Um, like I see builds like Karen's coin, then you see obviously
Yeah,
the Ob shard, and you have a
coin needs
Chronos
to be
pendant in that
nerfed.
build too.
Yes, honestly.
Not, I've seen people build Warlock staff for the percent pen at full stacks.
I see people going Mirrodin now, like third item.
Yeah, percent pen is huge for mages, and I think the rod buff I guess is all right. Get a little bit more power to your build. They're trying to make mages a little bit more prevalent because I don't know. What do you think about mages? What do you think about the spot they're in compared to hunters?
I mean, hunters are definitely more consistent. It's a lot easier to balance hunters. I feel personally, but unlike just like from a class standpoint. But I mean, I think mages once you took away the stacking, you took away or you nerfed the percentage. You know, I mean, maybe their
Yeah,
damage is and they just get bodied by tanks, but
warrior.
and warriors and
Yeah,
even assassins building hybrid. But I don't know. I mean, only time
yeah,
will tell. I personally don't want to see them keep adding power to all these other items. Like I'd rather them nerf the outliers rather than buff all the other underperformers, which is what they
yeah.
are doing right now. But
It's kind of the way I look at it. There's like hunters are just I feel like in a way better spot than mages, and they melt tanks better.
oh yeah,
So yeah, and then mages, yeah, like you said, they get bodied. So
they really get body in every game mode. Buffs, Ares. You know, nice cooldown reduction off of his shackles. Increase the CC reduction to 30%.
at all
Wow, at
ranks,
all
that's
ranks.
insane.
That is
I like
pretty
that.
insane, honestly, especially for early game aggression. But I feel like that. I mean, that's such a strong ability. It's so slept on. What was it? 35 protections, 30% CCR now, or CC, yeah, CCR, and then 45 HP 5. You know, like that's crazy.
Cardio.
Applies to minions too. Decrease max stacks from 6 to 4. Increase protections, debuff per stack. Huh. Okay.
Um,
Energy surge.
would
Nice
that
little
be
buff.
considered a? Would that be considered like a buff and a nerf? I guess.
I guess I mean it goes from what 12 to 12. So I mean no, it's probably a buff because it's easier to stack. Certain percentage wise.
A shift, I guess.
Yeah,
But
it's a shift, but overall buff. Energy got a buff. Mulprey got a buff. Sure. Ardia's alright. She's definitely lagged behind all the other Guardians, but she's still very strong. Guardians are all strong right now, so
yeah, it's a little tiny buff. I like it.
yeah, literally like 5 damage, per swipe. Wheelix. Okay. Increased attack speed.
The pocket pick jungler. I'm not really sure about this buff, honestly. I mean, that freaking alt attack speed's really good.
Yeah.
Rank 150% attack speed when you use it, when you bring them to you.
That would be crazy level 5, with all that power and, yeah,
Yeah.
no attack speed.
And the extra 10% scaling on her 3. I mean, that's this is a good buff. I agree
Yeah.
with it.
Definitely help with the poke. Maybe some early game buff clear and late game, burst for sure. 10% can be huge, honestly. I don't know if she needed it though, personally, but I mean, I don't know. Chalk. Oh my god. Okay, decrease stack cap from 5 to 4. That's what's going on here. So another shift, just like RDO. It's just easier to stack.
And the
Then
rain
rain
dance
dance
gotta
decreased.
decrease cooldown.
Some healthy buffs for Chalk. And I think he's always a solid pick. I never think he's like the craziest guy in the game, but definitely a
Yeah.
solid pick in all game modes.
When lane lose game.
Win lane, lose game. That's Chalk's motto.
Yeah.
Gilgamesh. Okay, he's got some nice extra damage off of his Sunforged Scimitar. Here's advance, some more damage. That'd be
The
good for the
increased
laning
bonus
phase.
damage. Increased bonus damage from 2.5 to 3%. I think it's kind of good.
That
Really
is
good,
good,
honestly.
honestly. I mean, yeah, especially with how items are right now. You really haven't seen Gilgamesh in a while. I don't see him in ranked at all.
But hear me out,
Conquest or
honestly.
Joust or Duel. I don't see him.
I feel like this is really good for him because like I feel like he might make a comeback in Joust a little bit.
Yeah.
If you build animosity axe on him, he might be a problem. Not
They just
bannable,
have
but
to
like
be, yeah. Oh, no, for sure. We definitely now that animosity's back, he's viable, right? Automatically.
yeah.
I think the thing with Gilgamesh is they're so scared of making him an assassin. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
don't want to give him any damage or scaling buff. So I like that they're doing max health because they don't want to see him in the
Like
jungle.
like I said, if Hi-Rez should make anyone an assassin, I'll preach this. It would be Erlong. Erlong needs it.
Yeah,
He needs something.
he's had an identity crisis ever since they took up his knockout. Took away. Lancelot, decrease the time it takes to reach max shield. Okay, that's a healthy buff actually, honestly.
Power scaling from 90% to 100% on his 3.
Yeah,
And
I
his
think
horse
these
tanks.
are. I think this is a huge buff.
Now,
Huge buff on
hear
this concept.
hear me out about Lancelot. I like Lancelot as much as the next guy. I was watching a Weekend video and obviously said Weekend said Lancelot was one of the worst gods in the game. And the only time you ever see Lancelot in a ranked conquest setting is if people play him solo, and I've seen him using a lot of solo lane play. But
Yeah,
I feel like the issue with Lancelot is the shield. All you have to do is just sunder it and it's gone, or maybe just dish out some big damage, maybe.
that's also true. Yes.
But I guess that's why it makes him useless. He can never be able to ride on his horse if you take away the shield.
Yeah, and he's immobile. I mean, he has his ult, he has his one. But I do
Shield's
think
pretty
now
good.
with the buff stock Heartseeker, that was big when he was an assassin. So it's like played more of an assassin, I should say. So I don't know. I think might see him. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Medusa looks like she's getting some more buffs. Wow, increased damage from 75% to 85%. That's crazy.
Whoa, 100 damage at rank 1 on her acid spray.
100
That
damage.
hurt clear. And 10% the freaking 85%, like I'm saying 10% added onto her ult when they're not looking at her.
And another
That's
5% just pure scaling. Wow.
okay, Medusa.
I
Jeez.
think a lot of people were complaining, and we've all played Medusa, where it's like we're trying to clear wave and maybe get some stacks, and it's like even at level 2 or something, or like 2 points into your 2, it still just doesn't clear the archers. I think that's what they're looking to do here. Like, it will clear those archers.
Um, I feel like this is good for Medusa in terms of duel and joust. Very good for joust because I'm saying you used to see Medusa get played a lot. I'm saying she's like the you. I'm not sure where her place in joust would be honestly, but I feel like she'd be good in this meta. What do you
Yeah,
think?
definitely. I mean, I haven't really truly experimented with her since these massive changes, but she's always solid. I mean, especially now with that petrify damage. It's like, damn. Wow.
Even now, I still think she's a great hunter in joust. And I'm saying duel too. I feel like she dishes out a lot of damage.
I think her pass is really underrated, especially when you box and shit.
Yeah.
Neath. Okay. taking 2 seconds max rank off of her Spirit Arrow.
Some
2
cooldown
seconds off of
reductions.
her Unravel. This ability was listed as 15 seconds. No, it's a 14 second.
This is some really good cooldown
Yeah, that
buffs.
can't be
Yeah.
understated because, if you play Neath, chances are you're going to have max CDR. So, I mean, like, max rank, you probably get this up every 5.5 seconds. So
Yeah.
that's crazy. New Wah.
Increase the fog speed.
Wow. 320, 380. I like that. I think Nuaz needed that buff for a long time because the fog kind of felt like you had to like learn to juke in it while moving forward. But now at this, I mean, it's gonna probably move just as fast, if not a little bit faster than you. Clay
And
soldiers.
increase the spawn from rank 1 from 1 to 2. So you get 2 soldiers at rank 1.
That
That's
is
awesome.
really good. Yeah, really healthy buffs for Nuaz. She's needed something, man, because she's just
I feel
not
like she's going to be
good.
a menace.
Yes.
Like
And rank one,
aggression.
those clay soldiers hurt.
She is going to literally like be really aggressive in the mid lane now. Don't know about it in rank Joster, obviously duel. She's not a duel god.
Nah. She's always so fun to like dick around with, in duel, but
Yeah.
you always get destroyed and then you hate your life. Uh Avatar Roku.
Yu Hong. The Master of Dao decreased time to gain stacks from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. Stacks gained from hitting an enemy outside the combat increased from 1 to 2. What do you think of this?
I think he needed his Dao. I think that's a healthy buff to Dao because Dao is, it's really good with his chain pass, his chain basic attacks and the knock up on his 3 and stuff. But more than likely, when you're poking people out with your 1, you'll go through all of your Dao, and it's like mid like huge team fight. It's very hard to build it back up,
Yeah.
and it can especially with like it gets twice as large. I think it's a healthy buff. Celestial Flight as well. It's
Yeah.
one of the most powerful abilities in the game. You call it the Goomba Stomp, Sam. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like another X-Ball 3. Just go CC immune. Just like now he gets it at 18 seconds at max rank. So I
yeah,
think that's a good change.
it's a good change. It's not crazy, It's not like going like
Yeah.
16 seconds. That would be too much. Ravana, here we go. This is what we like to see.
We're
Decreased
getting
health
to the
shield.
shifts.
Fuck that noise, dude. Fuck that noise, in my opinion. Never should
The
have
health
made that
shield.
change. It was a dumb change. Happy to see him going back to where he was. Increased damage from 90 to
Well,
145, 310. Okay.
the way I look at Robin, like I said, yeah, the health shield, what was it, originally 9%?
Yeah, well, it was buffed from 7 to 9.
It was buffed from 7 to 9, so basically at 9%, that was about as much shield, the length of the shield was a Nike ult. Which, if you build him tank, obviously he was crazy in the solo lane. We've seen him a bunch in ranked Joust. He
Oh,
was like
yeah.
another Ao Kuang pick in general, but basically, this man could literally just take blow after blow and still have full health, all because of shield. And, I'm saying it's just hitting a brick wall over and over again. The brick wall is not going to break. Now
And it
he's
gives
back
you
to
movement speed. Unlike Nike, it gives you movement speed and it never expires. Which is just
yeah.
ridiculous.
Still think Ravana is going to be good, even if they reverted the shield thing. But I love that they changed him back to his old self.
Yes.
This is the old Ravana I like to see, not broken, not shit. But
Always
he
just
was,
super strong to those that can
yeah,
really play him. As one always did a lot of damage, but it's very short range. You gotta get in close. You
yeah.
know,
Now I could probably play Ravana without him getting banned every game in Conquest, so that's good.
and now it's gonna matter when you pop your 2 now, rather than just using it for damage because you were invincible. It's like crazy. Like people were prioritizing hitting a whole wave with his 2 or hitting a bunch of gods with his 2 because it would stack his chain of blows passive, which it's getting another 9% health was more important than just pure invulnerability. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Charon, damnation, my bad. Decreased max health contribution from 3% to 2%. That's his passive, right?
Either the
Or,
passive or the two. Or well, yeah, I think it
oh,
might be his passive.
I don't
I haven't
know.
played much
Decreased max
Charon.
health contribution. I think it's
Yes,
his
he
2. Yeah, I think
He has
he's.
been receiving like a lot of play time across all modes. Obviously, because he's a new god, everyone's gonna try him. But I think he's a really great god, and I think the last two patches have been nerfs for him. I think the first patch he got nerfed, it was his puddle damage or his full damage.
Yeah.
Then now we got this nerf. I mean, I still think he'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, he's not my play style god. I'm gonna be real, and I'll tell you guys that. But I mean, I can't ignore that he is so hard to bring down, and his abilities are so annoying. Can't dodge him, other than his ult, and his ult's really good. So his three's
Yeah,
really good.
he's gonna be getting introduced and ranked here in this patch.
In
What do you
this
think?
patch. I don't
You think
know.
he's gonna be a good rank pick or what?
I don't
I
think he
think
can compete with the top of the top, but I definitely think he's like, it's good.
I think he might be ranked joust worthy, honestly, if played correctly. I feel like he has really great CC. He could tear apart a team if he has the right damage behind him.
Yeah, he's not a. Yeah, he's got good mobility, good lockdown, good ult too. Literally. Izanami decreased penetration per stack 4% to 3%. I think that was needed. I've been seeing her a lot more than I have in the past, which I thought was refreshing. But she has been hitting harder than she should, I feel.
Yeah, not to mention she has the best clear of all the hunters in the game, so she kind of just bullies you.
Yeah. Mercury decreased physical power scaling per tick. Okay. I'm not really sure what's going on with this buff. I mean, I think Crit's in a pretty bad spot, if you ask me.
Combo burst potential. Um, so the thing about Mercury is so this is his three, and
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to decrease of how much he's gonna probably one shot burst you. Basically, I mean he's Mercury. You're gonna build crit on him. I mean, if you build crit on Mercury, nothing's bad about that. But like, maybe building crit on hunters, maybe that's probably bad. I don't know. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I mean, I think I know what you mean. Like, late game, he threes you, throws against the wall, taps you twice, and you die. Maybe he'll have to
Yeah,
tap you 3 or 4 times now. I mean, I don't know. It's not a significant nerf, but I don't know if it's warranted, to be honest. I think if you're Mercury and you get to late game and you're a good player, I think that you deserve that. But still, I mean, it is what it is, I guess, right? Sun Wukong, what do we got here? Decreased physical power gain from 2 to 1.5. Sun Wukong is so strong. His ult's crazy. His clear's good. He's a bully in lane. Really good late
yeah.
game. I'm happy to see
Meta
this nerf, honestly.
meta warrior right now, and yeah, if you build Bluestone, no matter what second item you build, Soul Eater, Glad Shield, I mean, obviously I guess he's just a bully.
He chunks. His passive is just crazy as well. Undefeated body. So strong. Susano, decreased physical power scaling, max damage, fireless ability. Good nerfs to his damage. He's definitely been more prominent in this meta in Conquest and yeah, Conquest. I could say he's not really a ranked joust god. If you play him in duel, you'll do well, but you'll do fine. But take him down a peg or two. I think that's good for him. What do you think,
Yeah, it kind of hurts me.
sir?
My favorite assassin.
Taking down
Um,
just a bit here. Zhangqi decreased the protection gain per stack from 1.5 to 1.2. I know he recently got the change from 1 to 1.5, so I guess for those who were playing him, especially in Conquest, like, and probably competitive, I can imagine. I haven't paid too much attention to competitive, but yeah, I mean, I guess the buff was too strong, and I thought it was a good buff because he needed some spice, but I guess too much spice was added too quickly.
yeah, they've changed his protections a lot throughout the years
Yes.
that he gets, and he can be pretty tanky. Not to mention like doing your whole health bar full of damage. He's a really a nuisance to go up against, even if fed.
Yes. Early game too, probably super tanky. Then we have a bunch
Um,
of non-conquest god changes. I'm just gonna read them off like Aphrodite nerf, Ganesh nerf, Janus nerf. And these are huge changes to Janus in out of conquest game modes. I mean,
um,
yeah, it's
the thing about the Ganesh nerf, You could literally get his ultimate back every 40 seconds, which is insane. And I feel like maybe the nerf was needed in non-conquest modes.
Yeah. I thought Afro was in a good place. Maybe the ultimate nerf, but the non-ultimate abilities, I think now it's going to like really hurt her. Because you don't want like a Nox scenario where it's like she's super good and like rank joust back when her cooldowns were good and you could hit your stuff reliably, but now it's like she's like trash. So. Kuzumo take him down a peg. Nuwa, I think that's an Assault or Arena nerf. Not really sure where that came from, personally.
Glad Kuzenbo got dealt with here. He's kind of annoying in rank joust.
Yeah, Odin.
Kind of Guardian that 100 to zeros you. Odin nerf, yeah, the ultimate cooldown
That was
increase.
good to see for rank joust. I think that's healthy. Sobek just got a plethora of cooldown reductions on his on his 2 and his 3. So now it's gonna be more in line of what it was. I think that's fair. Chernobog buff 15%. Still not gonna play him. But it's cool to see. Daji buff. Oh, minus 10%. Daji tank might come back soon.
Moonbat's buff, -% damage taken, -10 ultimate cooldown, or non-ultimate cooldown.
That's a huge buff for Hoombots. And the Morgan buff, 10% ultimate cooldown. Yeah. Ultimately, I like this patch. It surprised me. I didn't think that. Obviously, I didn't expect any of these skins. These are wonderful skins. Can't wait to see them out. In game, I'm like thinking which one I want to rock, which top skin I want to rock.
Going with the friggin' Yuhong avatar skin. Dude's an old guy. He looks like a freaking prophet. Look how.
But now the dreams of having an all avatar team are expanded. You know, now you have Scylla. You have 2 new mages. You have Scylla and Yuhong that you can pull out, and now you have some more magical damage. You can have all the Fire Nation. What, you can have Azula, Roku, Zuko, Iroh. Ah, God, and then I guess Aang, because he can swing that way. Whoa. But those are the patch notes for 10.8. These are our thoughts. Again, this has been Explosion 789. I've been joined by my buddy Sam. Really appreciated his input. Thank you for coming, Sam.
Ain't no problem, Nick. Gotta get some more videos out.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. I gotta
blast some more ideas here.
We got a lot of ideas in the pipeline. As you can see, I just got the green screen. I have a whole bunch of changes. I'm sorry for being inconsistent, but really, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. And as always, if I missed anything, or if you have any comments on the patch notes, your thoughts and your opinions, I'd love to hear what you have to say down in the comments below. I read them all, each and every one of them, and I try to respond. But yeah, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night, or day, or morning, or whenever you watch this. This has been Explosion 789. Take it easy.